Imagine having a cinema-like experience anywhere you please with stunning image quality and immersive experience. That's what the Xreal Air 2 Pro has to offer. It's an AR or augmented reality glasses that you can use for productivity, media consumption, and gaming. In this video, we'll tackle all of its pros and cons and see if it's worth your money. With that said, let's get into it. As always, honest disclaimer, this video is not sponsored or paid. I actually just borrowed this from Digital Walker, which is one of the few places where you can get Xreal products here in the Philippines. They will not see this video prior to release, and I promise to provide you with my honest thoughts. Now let's get down to the specifications first. The Xreal Air 2 Pro is an AR glasses that offers a 130-inch spatial display with a 46-degree field of view and uses Sony micro OLED panels, providing deep blacks, outstanding contrast, and professional-grade color accuracy. It also features 3 electrochromic dimming levels, supports up to 120Hz refresh rate, features directional steer speakers, and is compatible with a variety of host devices like smartphones, tablets, consoles, and handheld devices. It's also relatively lightweight at 75 grams, and most importantly, features a form factor that is relatively comfortable and doesn't look entirely dumb. Speaking of form factor, let's go ahead and take a look around the Xreal Air 2 Pro. As you can tell, it looks almost like normal glasses, at least in front. Looking from the top and bottom, it's also relatively slim considering all the tech inside. On both sides, we have a silver accent on the hinge, and then at the back, you'll see the actual glasses with 0.55 Sony micro OLED panel. We also have a proximity sensor here at the center, some technical details and branding on the inner sides, a USB Type-C port here on one end, and a couple of speakers on both sides that actually go all the way through at the bottom. We also have a couple of buttons. One is a multifunction rocker for volume and brightness adjustment, and the other one is for toggling the different electrochromic dimming levels. We also have a couple of microphones here and a pre-installed cover in front, which is clutch in environments or situations where the electrochromic dimming isn't sufficient enough to block the light. Now, in terms of comfort, as I alluded to earlier, it is relatively lightweight at around 75 grams, lightweight enough to prevent it from weighing your nose down. We also have 3 different nose pad sizes for maximum compatibility and are easy to swap out in a pinch. It also has a substantial amount of clamping force without being uncomfortable and has flexible ends to boot. The hinges on both sides are also flexible and adjustable at a certain degree. Overall, I don't have any major complaints about its comfort, at least design-wise. Now let's move on to the image quality and overall experience. This will vary a lot depending on if you use prescription glasses or not, because in my experience, it is quite important. The short answer is yes, you can still use this on top of your regular prescription glasses. Of course, that will depend on the size of your glasses and providing that you use the largest nose pads. With regular glasses in between, the AR glasses will be farther away from your eyes, resulting in more visible light coming from the sides, and you will also see more of your peripheral view, which takes away a bit from the immersive viewing experience. The AR glasses may also tilt down a bit because the nose pads may not sit properly on your nose. But yeah, even though it's not ideal, it is still possible to use this with the regular prescription glasses. Now, depending on your location or where you will purchase the Xreal Air 2 Pro, you may get a compatible prescription lens frame with the package and can order prescription glasses from their partner eyewear stores. Unfortunately, at least for now, the one that I borrowed from Digital Walker here in the Philippines didn't come with the prescription lens frame, and I can't seem to find any info if you can get one locally. But if you can order a prescription lens frame elsewhere, there's a possibility that you can have an optical clinic fit in your prescription glasses on it. Now, providing that you don't need prescription glasses or you're in a country that offers Xreal Air 2 Pro with prescription lens frame, how's the image quality and experience? Well, it's amazing to say the least. It's not perfect, but I feel like it's a nice step forward towards the future. First, since it uses an OLED panel, the image quality is really good. It's literally like having a 130-inch ultra-wide OLED monitor right in front of you. It offers deep blacks, outstanding contrast in colors, and crispy details. It's also substantially bright, with up to 500 nits of brightness, and the 1080p resolution per eye in my experience is enough for this use case. Not to mention up to 120Hz refresh rate should you choose to use this for gaming. The 3 levels of electrochromic dimming are also very useful. You can set it to 0% for interacting with the real world or set it to 100% for complete immersion partnered with the included cover. You'll still see some light and peripheral view, but it's significantly less. Now, the integrated stereo speakers are also fairly decent and provides immersive audio without having something inside your ears. But since it's an open design, people around you that are close enough might hear what you're listening to. If you don't want that, you can just use wireless earbuds. Imagine a 27-inch 4K QD OLED gaming monitor with up to 240Hz refresh rate, 0.3 milliseconds GTG response time. Now, the only con that I can say about its image quality is the relatively soft edges and corners, but that doesn't bother me as much when watching videos as I tend to just focus at the center. It's a different story though for productivity since we need all the clarity we can get for things like menus, taskbar, and status bars. What bothers me though is the fact that the image moves around with your head, at least with the standard package. This means you may experience dizziness if you're sensitive enough while moving your head around. This makes it impossible for me to use this for productivity and gaming because it's hard to keep your head still doing those tasks while using peripherals, unlike when simply watching videos that you can stay relatively still. This makes purchasing the Xreal Beam Pro accessory almost necessary because that unlocks the full potential of the Xreal Air 2 Pro. Xreal previously offered the Xreal Beam and Xreal adapter that unlocks more connectivity options, but they recently discontinued them, limiting our options down to the more expensive Pro version. With the Xreal Beam Pro, you can do multi-screen mode for multitasking, pin down your image using anchor mode, or use follow mode for a smoother and more comfortable viewing experience. You can also capture 3D videos and images using its built-in dual 50-megapixel 3D camera lenses and is powered by Nebula OS with built-in Google Play Store apps out of the box. You can also stream games wirelessly using the Xreal Beam Pro. Unfortunately, I can provide you with a real-world experience since at this time of making this video, Xreal Beam Pro or any other Xreal accessories are not yet available at Digital Walker. Now, I understand that Xreal has this software called Nebula that in theory allows users to have up to 3 virtual displays in AR mode and that they can be anchored and adjusted quite a bit. However, based on my experience using it on my MacBook, it's annoyingly buggy and setting it up almost got me dizzy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Things like arranging the virtual displays makes you lose track and accuracy of your cursor, and even though it's anchored in place, it feels jittery and just doesn't feel comfortable at all. That is just my honest opinion. Your mileage may vary of course. It's also not yet available for Windows, at least their website says so, and the Android app isn't even available for my region. So yeah, I think if I really want to take full advantage of this, I need to get the Xreal Beam accessory. Overall, to conclude, I think this is a niche product that is worth experiencing if budget is not an issue. The immersive experience is really amazing because of its outstanding image quality. Like it's not even close to any projector type cinema experience. It also opens a ton of possibilities and use case scenarios. However, I honestly feel like getting the Xreal Beam accessory is a must because the standard package is quite limiting, especially for the things that I've mentioned, like not being able to pin down your image, adjust screen size, or at least make the movement smoother for a more comfortable experience. Not to mention the limitation you have for connectivity and compatibility with other host devices and accessories. But if you simply want this for watching movies, then the standard package should be enough. Though I still cannot justify the 30,000 Philippine pesos price tag for just that purpose. I'm just being honest. And there you have it guys. Thank you for watching. Huge thanks to Digital Walker for allowing me to experience this promising product. I honestly hope they offer the Xreal Beam and the prescription lens frame here locally in the Philippines to make this more appealing. I'll put the links below if you're interested. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you appreciate this video and see you next time. Have a great day guys. You're awesome.